We're outside here at East Avenue Liquor and Wine. We're going to stop inside, see Sam Dumas. We're going to sample some things, and we're going to look at their shelves. Stick around and see what he's got. We're walking in.
Welcome. Thank you, Nelson.
Okay, this is Liquor Rick. Yeah, this is his witness protection name.
Yeah.
So I can't disclose his real name. He's active on our Facebook group. He's just leaving. What'd you pick up here?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but
I don't know.
I will talk about this bad boy. Nice weeded Found North single barrel that Sam selected.
And we're gonna try that.
Pretty excited.
And we got some people that want to come by,
Oh, yeah, very
so
nice.
we're gonna let them close quarters in here. Yeah. And he's got a special bottle here, but he doesn't want to say. But I'll put it down in the text below. You can't stop me from doing that.
I'll let him do his thing.
Okay.
I just don't want to get anyone in trouble.
Okay, we're gonna go back here and look at the shelves. All right. We're gonna go all the way down here to the bourbon section, bypassing most of this stuff here, and we're gonna take a look. You want to look at the lower shelf first? All right. We got. Oh, and if anyone comes here, just kick us right out of the way. Nothing that is going to make me stop. The benchmarks, they finally hit New York State, so everyone's got these benchmarks down here, and that's a decent budget bottle. I think they were more popular when you couldn't get them. And we're gonna go scroll up here. What do we got here? The Rebel 6 here, can you see that? Knob Creek Smoked Maple, don't need that. Blade and Bow, never really got into that. Everyone loves this bottle here, the Rick House. This is local, Black Button. And Iron Smoke is also local. We're gonna scoot down a little bit, Deb. You're doing a fantastic job.
Not really.
Not really? Why, what's going on? Oh, well, look at this. We got this huge handle here of Buff Trace for $65.99. People love that. Haas would like that one. These just hit a few months ago. OESK and the OBSF. We're going to scroll up here. What do we got here? Oh, I never heard of that. Roulette Rye. That's interesting. We did visit Old Pepper when we were in Kentucky. I'm going to have to ask Sam about this one. I think he said there was something special about that bottle. I don't know if you recall. James E. Pepper. I did my due diligence to see if it was the one that everyone was craving here. It was not. The LLME. We're going to scoot down here. The Widow Jane 13. I'm surprised Buffalo Lou didn't grab that because Deb says she didn't have me in any of these. That's okay. No one wants to see my face, right? He loves his Widow Jane. Old number 7 here. Everyone goes crazy over these, but I'm not really into collecting those. This is a solid price for these, the batch proofs, but again, that's something I'm not really enamored with here. And this is the B524, so that's from last year. Solid price on that. We're going to scroll down a little bit, Deb. And this is your Willet section here. You got your Pot Still, your Johnny Dram. We just sampled this, and Deb's going to knock something over, and that's going to be a pricey spill if she does that. Still, Willet. Old Bardstown. Curly.
Always a good one.
Your Green River products here. Some single barrels. The interesting, they got nice bourbon and rye selection here. But the really interesting thing is, what we're going to hit later in the video, is their single barrel selection. Now, I'm not sure if these are single barrels up here.
The price of the Knob Creek 18.
Yeah, that's a real good price. Excellent price on the Peerless Double Oak there. And he's got a lot of Starlight products here. Okay, you getting all these in here?
Yeah.
Okay. Seal Box 10. And now we come to the Basil Hayden section, which, well, I don't know. Do we need to look at the Basil Hayden section?
Some people like it.
Pinhook. And over here, this is like the third or fourth time I've seen this, the H.K. Young. And then Dark Arts. We just sampled this Dark Arts.
Oh, I like that one.
I don't know how to say it, but I'll zoom in on it. And that's the one that Deb liked. That was in our Patreon only video that we did that. It faced off against a 4-gate. I like the 4-gate better. All right, we're going to take a look at some of their single barrels, which is phenomenal here. You know that you're dying to find out what Sam has for single barrels. But before you do that, you got to smash that like button. Just making sure she don't want to smash me. Subscribe to the station.
And ring the bell for notifications.
All right. And in the description, click on the link for the Patreon for the special perks and videos and all that other goodies that you can get. All right, I'm here with Sam Dumas. Did I say that correctly? Close enough? Okay.
You got it, yeah.
And this is the single, you can see right up here. Does it say the sign? Single barrel selections. We're right here. And we're staring at these rare characters. And I personally love rare character products. I do have a couple Amburana ones. Talk a little bit about this. And are you going to be getting some more rare characters in the store?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
One of my favorite NDPs active right now. I mean, I've done multiple barrels with them. Most recently, the boot bottle RIO barrel that was here.
Oh, yeah. Did that sell out real quick?
Yeah,
okay.
like that. That was an RIO3, and RIOs are the OG barrel line. It was the first barrel line ever released other than the HR7's from Rare Character.
Okay, RIO, does that stand for something in particular?
Yes, the codes do stand for things. They don't necessarily resonate with what is the letter code.
Oh, okay.
But for example, like my RIO was 3rd grain rye, distilled in Indiana, and aged at the Old Taylor Rick House. So RIO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So MGP 21 aged at Castle and Key's EH Taylor Rick House because history, right? Castle and Key used to be Old Taylor.
Okay.
So
yeah, okay. So Sam, when I think of your store, what I think of is Nulu.
Yeah. Big
Like
time.
I think you're the Nulu king here. Now we have some Starlights here. I'll just go. This is finished in great brandy. This one's honey. This one is champagne. This is a double oak bourbon. Okay, we looked at the Starlight. We're done with those. But you have really interesting Nulu products, and you did hook us up with a tour at Nulu. So let's just talk about some of the stuff because some of these people don't even know of these crazy finishes.
Well, I'll start by saying that Nulu is one of my favorite NDPs right now. Aside from, evidently, if you look at my shelf, most of it's NDP, right? Rare Character, River Roots, Nulu, NBC. Love them all dearly. Nulu has a special place in my heart, though, because they're really the first guys that let me run rampant with whatever I wanted to do. Shout out, Chase. He's a G. Can't wait to pick that Willet barrel with you next month. But yeah, I mean, what I have from them right now, aside from the new Louisville picks, which I'm assuming we'll probably get to.
We're going to look at, we're going to sample those too, yes.
Yes. What I have from them right now are really, nothing comes into the store with my name on it that I don't have a massive stamp of approval on. And I've never really had anything that I haven't put a stamp of approval on from Nulu. So I have this is MGP bourbon, 6 years and changed, aged in a Copper and King's apple brandy barrel for 1 year and 10 months.
Okay.
Super. Sings at the proof. Absolute apple pie bomb. Next up this was the most popular bourbon at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest this year, the Maple Brulee finish.
And that is really delicious.
We picked it up at the distillery.
Yeah. So next up, you're going to have the Jack Yarrow wood finish. Now
I can't say that. This is like the weirdest thing though. And I went back to it and you're going to probably want to throw that coffee in my face. But to me, it's Amburana adjacent.
Yes.
It doesn't taste like Amburana, but somehow it like a cousin or something to me. I mean, it's
on the head. What I call this is Amburana's hotter cousin.
Okay,
That was crazy that you said that. Actually,
this is Okay, so I'm not total full of crap.
Yeah.
Or he's
No,
just
you're-
being nice to me right now.
People will tell you, I call that Ambarana's hotter cousin.
Yeah.
Actually, this has been one of my hottest barrels. I only have 4 left of this, actually.
Yeah.
Jack Yarrow Wood is actually not a New York State approved finish, so you can't put it on a label in New York State. But technically, it's a double oaked. So I got a double oaked label with a Jack Yarrow sticker on it. But yeah, that's what I get there is like mesquite smoke, like brown sugar mesquite, and like gooey banana bread.
Yeah. I mean, this is,
and that cinnamon candy you're talking about with the Ambarana, same idea.
I love it. It's just so unique, you know.
Yeah. Big time.
We're gonna pause a second. Someone wants to
All
get
right,
through.
go.
All right, we scared that customer away, and we're looking over here. We have a Nashville Barrel Company. This is an 8-year, and this is probably the second product I think about when I think about you guys is NBC picks. Yeah. Well, we're gonna swing around to the front. This is I don't want to say that these were not interesting, but this is
a little different.
Yeah, yeah. We'll go up top here. We have a Louisville hazmat coming in at a new Louisville hazmat. Talk to us a little bit about this one, Sam.
Yeah.
This is 10-year, 140. There, I'm done with that, but you're going to say something.
Yeah. So New Louisville is actually still New Lou. It is it's an ultra premium brand that he owns, similar to how like Buffalo Trace owns Dougal Rare, right? So this one in particular is going to be my favorite mash bill produced by MGP, 60, 36, 4, 36 being rye. Actually picked this with Chase a while ago. It peaked at hazmat at 10 years, and it also peaked in palate at 10 years. It's a grape soda bomb, a lot of like butterscotch to it, dry seasoned wood, and it drinks well below its proof. Of course, being hazmat is 140 proof on the head, but it probably drinks closer to a 115, which is really dangerous. Don't recommend half a bottle of this. It'll get you where you're going quite quick.
This is going to be a very tough decision for me because I don't want to sample everything he has in the place here. But, you know, I have to make a business decision because we have to drive like an hour and some change back, right? Or maybe she's going to. Sir, did you want to come over here? We apologize.
No,
okay. I do not want to deter you.
Okay, yeah.
This here, the River Roots,
yeah,
is buff turkey.
Yes.
And essentially, Buffalo Trace had to distill wild turkey with their own juice, right? Talk a little bit about that. You can see the price tag here. It's expensive.
One.
Deb and I are going to be arm wrestling whether I get that or not later.
Well, I mean, to begin, it's quite the storied and traveled bourbon. Wild Turkey 75 1312 mash bill, distilled on Buffalo Trace stills by the Buffalo Trace master distiller at the time, using the Buffalo Trace yeast strain, actually. So it's a really cool cross between like what you would essentially call a Russell's 16 single barrel and or GTS, just at a lower proof, right? Okay. I tend to lean, evidently, by the proof towards calling it a Russell's 16 barrel, but it doesn't need to have a name, really. Right. Because it speaks for itself. 16 years, 3 months, singing at the 122 proof. It's like a sugar plum and cherry raspberry syrup with like dark cocoa.
I have a question I don't know the answer to. Sure. You might not either. I don't know how many years they were distilling at Buffalo Trace and how many barrels they had. Do you know how many barrels? Because they're all coming out of the woodwork right now within this past half year. Do you know how many barrels they have? Or
off the top of my head, no clue. I do believe it's about a 1.5 to 2 year time span.
Okay.
That's just me trying to recall for an article I read 4 or 5 months ago.
Right.
So I wouldn't want to, essentially perjure myself.
I'm just wondering how prevalent these are going to be now, or is the end going to be coming soon?
The end's coming soon. I can tell you that already. Because there was an explosion of these on the market 5 months ago. Right. Now, there's not. What's there is there already. What's there has been bought. It was a buying frenzy, essentially. And I think the last batch of buff turkey that I can think of is probably going to Augusta for the 15s after the one I picked. So mine is not a buff turkey. But that's, I assume, the last bit.
I mean, River Roots isn't the only place doing that, and
we were Barrel Company all over.
Yeah, we were actually. I considered going there because we were just at Columbus and Cleveland. It kind of would have been out of the way, but you know what I mean.
Would have been worth it.
Yeah. One of these days we'll get there.
Right.
All right. So this one here, Deb might let me buy over here.
There's a difference in year.
and
Big
sourcing.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Massive differences on these barrels.
Okay, Toggy, you said Jim Beam, was it?
Yeah, so this is going to be a 10-year beam. Well, 10-year and change, 10 years, 3 months. And it's going to be a double oaked beam barrel as well. So it's not going to be anything like, I mean, NBC has a ton of beam. They're not double oaked. Well, actually, I do believe they have a content of double oaked beam, but they did that themselves, right? This was not done by River Roots. This is 120.7 and change proof. Just a beautiful expression of what I think all beam should be. It's got that nice peanut brittle.
Yeah.
Smoked meats. I know Brian thought a little differently on this one. Go ahead.
Well,
yeah.
no, just like Bookers in general, I'm not a fan of, or
Sure.
maybe
Yeah.
recent Bookers, or
Yeah.
maybe I had one bad. You know what I mean? So that's what I think of. So maybe this will sway my, change my mind. Sway my
Super
opinion.
creamy, man.
Yeah.
I love a creamy palate. So.
Okay. We're going to come back to these afterwards. I think we're going to be sampling some of these, so we're going to swing on the side here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now this isn't. This has been here for a bit, right? I mean, like my friend Sammy, he tried this, and this is really good. You do have some stuff from Proof and Wood, is
Love
that correct?
that. Yes.
Yeah. On the shelf over there, you had a hidden barn. Is that also the same, or?
So the Hidden Barn is going to be, I mean, Neely Family Distillery, right?
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
Same as this is going to be from the same spot as that Cherry Picker batch over there.
Okay.
Proof and Wood is going to be like Tumbling Dice.
Okay.
Evidently presidential. I have actually 2 barrel picks from them right now. The representative as well as them.
Right.
But I mean, they are also some of the best value in sourced whiskey out there. I mean, they bought MGP cheap or they're also just releasing it cheap because Dave Smear is not a greedy dude.
Okay.
By any means, he is one of the most fun people to work with. Incredibly knowledgeable, and I mean, if I can put 10-year MGP on the shelf at 130 proof for $95, I'm not mad about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I
love working with him.
That's awesome. When I think of the Neely family, we're gonna have to cut here for a second. No, keep going. My physical therapist, he likes to go down and he likes their rye. So when I think of that, I think of the rye. Yeah,
the thumper rye that they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were gonna stop there, but I think it was closed. What's up? Oh, you look like you were gonna say something. You had the old Jet here before, and this seal box.
That's a newer one, yeah.
Okay, so what's up with this seal box here?
Yeah, so that is going to be, I mean, no surprise, MGP. It's no secret that I am an MGP fanboy. Just a touch under 9 years, 8 years, 11 months. Barrel proofs 118 and change. I liken this a lot to my New Loose Stag Killer barrel that I did a while back.
That was really good.
Yeah. Same source, same palate, just lower proof. Younger, that baked brown sugar and like seasoned cedar wood note that I've fallen in love with for a while.
Yeah.
Great whiskey.
I remember we came in here and I had like 3 or 4 bottles I was going to buy. Then there was that one, and you told me because it was pricey, and I'm like, okay, I'm just buying this one. I'd rather buy like 1 expensive bottle than 3 or 4. Yeah, that's just me. Well, we just got this one here. This is the NBC 5-year pick that you did a pick with some other groups, let's say.
Yeah, I tasted at the same time as Jeff. Well, we were in New York and we were hanging out with Mike Hines and James from NBC, and they had samples with them, and I'll never say no to barrel samples with them because there's really nothing bad that comes out of Nashville Barrel Company. Fell in love with these 5 years. It's Tennessee bourbon.
Okay.
So Tennessee Distilling Company, 5 years, 122 and change proof. That tastes a lot like a blackberry steeped maple syrup with a little bit of wood smoke happening, almost like a sugar shack with a lot of berries around the outside. Fell super in love with it, especially for under $60. I think it's some of the best value out there.
You are making this difficult on me. What I want to try here, right? Okay. Let's just talk about that. The pick you got coming up with the Hazelbaker. Is it bottled and bond or just 100?
Bonded. Yep.
It's bonded. Okay.
Yep.
We'll talk about that.
Here. The sticker's a little faded, but regardless.
Okay. And quick story about what's going on with this one.
Yeah. Chase is growing into it. It's been really fun to watch him become a titan in the whiskey industry. For those of you, so for those of you who don't know, Chase Hazelbaker as is the namesake of this bottle, runs the Nulu Whiskey Company. So this is, for all intents and purposes, a Nulu product. 6-year sourced Kentucky whiskey, bottled in bond, so the highest standard of bourbon that you can get, evidently by the rules that bonded implies. And it's, I mean, there aren't barrel picks of this. Thankfully, Chase and I have grown close over the year and change that we've been working together. And he let me pick a beautiful barrel of this to do as a charity barrel and donate a portion of the proceeds to my buddy Mike Knorr and his organization, benefiting both current and ex-Marines. So this is one that means a lot to me. It's important barrel.
Okay, so you said Kentucky.
Yes.
Now, in my mind, when I think of Nulu, I think of MGP.
Yeah.
It's most of it is like,
Yep.
but this is Kentucky. It's interesting.
Yes. So this is,
my ADHD was kicking in. Did you say where it was sourced from? Or you can't tell me. You got to kill me.
Let's keep it. I don't know that Chase wants it out there.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Some
You know.
secrets are good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know that Chase wants it out there. But I mean, he does have an Indiana version of this that is a year older and double oaked.
Okay.
That is going to be available in New York very soon. I believe it actually might already be available in New York.
Under the name Hazelmaker.
Under the name Hazelbaker Bonded MGP, which I mean, you can, when you see Indiana, you just think MGP.
Right. Automatically.
A year older and double oaked. It's very different than this. This particular barrel, I feel like, does not fit the profile of the regular Hazelbaker. But I think it's incredible whiskey coming out of PCS, Prohibition Craft. So,
Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna pour some up and we're gonna try some.
let's do it.
Okay. I know that we promised that there was going to be a drinking portion to this
I
video.
screwed it up.
It can happen to the best of us.
I'm the best.
Well, when we got home, the video did not exist. That's okay. It would have made it a 45-minute video with how much drinking that we did. We were there for a couple hours. We tried them all. Deb, do you happen to remember what your favorites were?
Yep.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Deb.
River Roots.
River Roots. This is the buff turkey.
Yeah. Louisville Hazmat.
The new Louisville, yeah. And
And the one that we didn't get, we'll get next time.
there was a lot.
Yeah. Sam's got some great stuff. He's got a good palate.
We probably spent an hour drinking there. The Found North was good.
Oh, yeah, that was good too. They had a Hazelbaker.
The Hazelbaker,
That was good, too.
that goes.
That goes
We
to-
mentioned that,
Yeah, Home Marines.
and the Binder Stash was good. We like the higher aged one better.
Ooh, creamy.
And then the one I liked that you didn't like was also River Roots. It was the Beam product.
Oh,
We could have spent a couple grand there easy if you were following the prices.
I'm getting close to it.
All right. So, one of the reasons we decided to go there was there was a lottery.
Oh, yeah. At another liquor store called Pinnacle. And you just had to put in, you had to be asked to come if you were on their website, whatnot. And we put in our little ticket, didn't think anything of it. And who got called? Dr. Deb got called. I was fourth, and they didn't have a whole lot, but what they had was good. I got a 10-year-old rip.
Yeah, I let her
I gotta
pick
go
what
pick it
she
up.
wanted. She's like, look at the list. I'm like, get whatever you want. Okay.
They had the handy. They had
Yeah.
a 12 lot, stag, multiple.
Right. And this was like a covert kind of, you got notified via text that really wasn't on their website or anything. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we
And I never win, so.
stopped at Baytown and we picked up another Peregrine. So, that
Good
was
day.
a good trip.
But we really want to thank Sam. That was a great day. You got to take a ride out there. I know a lot of you know about it. Go out there, try his stuff. He's so knowledgeable. He'll tell you everything. And it was a great day.
Yeah, I mean, you saw how he was talking with us on the video. When you're drinking, he'll drink with you, and
The owner got in on it.
he'll also talk with you there, though, and you can try everything that he has. So
And he's got a lot to try.
right, and he'll take the time and sit with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna say, leave a comment below if you've had buff turkey. Thanks for watching, and
Remember, bourbon's for Sharon. Share this video.
we're still a little rusty at this, but we're gonna get the hang of it. The cheers.